Hi, good morning, grade 11. How are you today? So, even if I'm not here, we are still having our science discussion. So, how are you? Kumusta? Mustamos. So, I hope everyone is complete, but I think the boys are not complete because of the basketball game, but that's okay. So how about the girls? Kumusta girls? Okay, so I think we will start our next lesson in science. So our topic for today is the perpetuation of life. So here, what do you mean by perpetuation of life? So it means the continuation of living things from one generation to the next. So this happens through reproduction, the process by which organisms produce new individuals. So, of course, in Bisaya, may ngotag perpetuation of life ang pag-continue nga kana nga species, pagpadaghan sa kana nga species or individuals. So, every organisms, whether simple or complex, has ways to ensure their kinds survives from one generation to the next. So that's why very important ang reproduction. Why? Because without it, hindi managhan ang mga tao. Di managhan ang tanom. Di managhan ang usa, virus, bacteria, dili managhan ang animals. So without reproduction, what do you think will happen? Yes, of course. Without reproduction, yes, mangawala ang organisms or species. So will disappear or become extinct. Kung maingon tag extinct, totally ma-disappear. Okay, so di taganahan nga mahitabo na. So that's why there is reproduction. So here, it allows organisms to transfer their genetic material or the DNA to their offspring. So when we say DNA, as you can see on the screen, deoxyribonucleic acid. So, kaning picture, kaning gamay, that is the DNA. So it is a molecule in living cells that carries the instructions for an organism's development and functioning. So, for example, um, DNA carries your traits. When I say traits, for example, kulot ka buhok, brown ka kilay, pislat kag ilong, taas kag ilong, putiun ka, itumon ka, brown, sa pa na diha. So, mo na ang purpose ni DNA. Siya mo carry sa traits, TRAITS, traits. Siya mo carry sa instructions or traits. Okay? Next. There are two types or two main modes of reproduction in animals. We have asexual and sexual. So when we say asexual, from the word only one parent is needed. Di na ka mag-need og father. It's only one. And then class, the offspring looks exactly like the parent. So when we say look exactly from head to toe, pariha ra jud og dagway. Okay, don't worry, I will discuss more examples later. So, when we say asexual, pila ka parent? Usara. Okay. And the offspring is really identical to the parent. When we say genetically identical, we call it clones. Okay? Now, for sexual reproduction, we need two parents. We have the female and the male. So, their sex cells, or we call it gametes. What are the sex cells or gametes? We have the sperm and egg cells. So, The fusion of gametes. When I say the fusion of gametes, nag-abot si sperm o si egg. Okay, kung mag-abot ka ni siya, if there is a fusion of gametes, that means it produce offspring that are similar but not identical. Lahi ang similar o identical ha. Similar, anggid-anggid, but when I say identical, exactly the same. So, sa sexual, not identical. Similar but not identical to their parents. That's sexual. When I say asexual, usar ka parent but really identical. Okay? So, let's focus on asexual. Pila ka parents sa asexual? Yes, that's only one parent. Is there an involvement of gametes? Wala. Dili mag-need og egg and sperm cell sa asexual. Okay? So, here are the characteristics. So, yeah, I think I discussed this one already. We have the clones, and it's very fast. It's very fast, and young reproduction is very fast and can make many offspring in a short time. Ang humans buhat og usa ka dosina sa usa ka kapanganakan. So it's not right. So dili pwede si human diri sa asexual. And it is common in invertebrates and simple animals, but it's really rare in higher animals. So when I say invertebrates, walay vertebrae. Okay, now we have here the types and examples of asexual reproduction in animals. We have the first, we have the binary fission. So the parent, okay, Osara, of course, it splits into two equal parts. So it equal parts. And this half, kaning half, mahimo na siyang new individual but really identical sa parent. Okay? We have here, it is very common in protozoans or the single-celled animals. O sa ganitong single-celled? Yeah, o sa ka cell, we call it unicellular. Examples are amoeba and paramecium. It's split into two identical daughter cells. So kani, for example, this is the parent, gihaf. So ang katunga ani, mahimo siyang into another. So kaning siya, we call it, duha na iyang na form, we call it identical, two identical daughter cells ang tawag niya. So let me show you some pictures. So let's see the amoeba first. This is the amoeba. Okay, this is a unicellular type of organisms, the amoeba. How does amoeba reproduce? So we have here the binary fission of amoeba. As you can see here, the first one is the parent amoeba. Human, elongation of the nucleus. When I say nucleus, kaning sa center, kaning circle na nasa tunga. Elongation, gipainat. Okay? Nahimo siyang tunga. Okay, na iinat ang nucleus, natunga siya hantod na division or divide of nucleus and cytoplasm. Cytoplasm is kanang mga spaces niya. Okay, outside the nucleus. It surrounds the nucleus. We call it cytoplasm. Okay, and then nahimo siya ani. So we have two daughter cells. Okay, next, that's amoeba. Another is the paramecium. Paramecium. So we have here another. This one too. We have the macronucleus, the center. Macro is big from the word macro. Micronucleus, small. Okay? So contractile vacuole kani siya kanimod star. Okay. So until mahimo siya ani, muinat siya, and then two daughter paramecia. Paramecia or paramecia, that's the plural name of paramecium. Okay? So don't worry, di ta mo pagsag-uhon ani. But I just want you to be aware to know giunsa ni pag reproduce sa mga amoeba, paramecium. Another one, we have the budding. So when we say budding, a small bud grows on the parent's body. So once mature, it breaks off and lives on its own. So example ani is the hydra and some species of sponges. So reproduce this way. Now let's look at the hydra first. So this is an example of hydra. Okay, as you can see, dahil siya sanga-sanga, no? Kanang sanga-sanga, we call it bud. Okay. Now, balik ta. If ma-matured na ang kanang nga bud, mo-break off na siya, mo na si break, matangtang, and then it can live on its own. So as you can see here, this is the parent hydra. So na siya bud, na developing bud, hantun nagka-dako siya. And then new bud, matangtang siya. So kani nga bud is maka-live on its own. Very independent already. Mabuhi ra sa siya ha. Okay? So, we have new hydra. Nakasabot ra sa bud. Sa lawas, na siya niturok, mo siya sanga. The sanga one is we call it bud. Okay. Another one, this is the sponge. Kita na mo ni sa dagat. So, we see this one in the ocean. Deepest part of the ocean. This is the bud. So, yun sa man na pag-reproduce, pagpadaghan. Okay, here, this is a sponge. The same thing. Okay, we have here, maputol siya, maputol. Parts splitted and thrown off the parental body. So, kani mga nangatagak, mga putol. So, it develops into new individual. Okay, so that's it. Next, we have the fragmentation. So, when you say fragmentation, the body of the parent, diba niha, we're talking about asexual o saraka parent. The body of the parent breaks into pieces, okay? And each piece grows into a new organism. Example here is the planaria, or we call it flatworms. So if you cut into pieces, each piece can grow into a whole new worm. So let's look at the examples of flatworm or the planaria. So this is the planaria or the flatworm. Siya na siya mata diri. Okay, giunsa na pag-reproduce. Ano mahitabo. Sa kani siya, this is the parent. So, if putlon nimo siya, mo siya putlon ang lawas, mutubo ra siya iyaha. For example, this one, the original head. Oh, mutubo ra siya iyaha diri. New body. Kung imo siya putlon diri, oh, mutubo ra po siya iyahang ulo. Putlon siya diri. Oh, mutubo ra po iyaha. So, more siya tanom, no? But this is actually a worm. So, kung putlon siya, tubo ra siya. Yan na pala ang tao, no? Immortality. Okay, next, another one is the transverse fission. So the animal splits across its body into two halves, each half growing into a new animal. Example here, the sea anemones and some worms. So let's look at the sea anemones. I'm not really sure if this is how you pronounce. Let me try to check. Okay. Anemone, sorry. So we say anemones. So an example for transverse fission is sea anemones. Sea anemones. So let's look at the sea anemones here. Okay, from the word sea, of course. This is an example of sea anemones. Have you seen this one? Pakitaan sa picture. Okay, how sea anemones reproduce? Okay, here. So this is the sea anemones. Okay, adult stage. And then fertilized egg, planola, polyp, and young sea anemone polyp. So, kwan siya class. Sa gito, balik ta. So, the body split a piece across the middle, forming two organisms. So, each regenerates the missing part. So, kani siya, bisag putlon pa na nimo siya diha pabaw, i-half tunga. Okay. So, mahimo siyang what? Okay, mutubo siyang iyaha. So as you can see here, Miss, no na siya fertilized egg. So there are some organisms na kanang na siya fertilized egg. Okay, but it doesn't mean you need of sperm. Okay, take note, we don't need two gametes in asexual. So here, we can have fertilized egg and then ma-turn into planola, polyp, kanang bag-o na siya ni Turok, and then until mahimo siyang sea anemones polyp. Okay. Next one is parthenogenesis. Parthenogenesis. So here, a female's egg develops into a new animal without being fertilized by sperm, as what I have mentioned earlier. So ganina, tanom. Okay. Karon is mga organisms like insects, animals. So kani siya, we don't need a sperm to be fertilized. So examples here, we have the certain insects like aphids, bees, and other reptiles like whiptail lizards, and even sharks have shown parthenogenesis in captivity. So let's look at an example of aphids and bees. Okay, this is the aphids. Sakit kanino. Maak, sakit kani Jude. And this is the bee. Oh, chill ka ang bee. Okay, another one we have here the lizards and also the sharks. Okay. So those are examples of asexual. Now let's proceed to sexual. So in here we need how many parents? Yes, two. Do we need gametes here? Yes, of course. We need two gametes here, the sperm cell and the egg cell. Okay. So here, a male produces sperm, of course. It is very small and it's able to move. When we say motile, so that means paspas buliho. Okay. Female gamete. A female produces egg. It's larger and not able to move. Hindi mo move siya, but not gusto mo move. Okay, that's egg cell. So when sperm and egg combine, they form zygote. Okay, again, when sperm and egg unite, they form a zygote, and another term for that is diploid. Okay, which develops into a new organism. So the zygote then grows into a baby. So because the DNA mixes from both parents, the offspring are not identical. Again, kung ng offspring, that's another term for baby. In science class, when we say sperm and egg unite, yung a baby, it's better to use the term offspring. Okay. So, ngano gani dili genetically identical? Okay? Yes, a DNA, both parents are mixed, okay? So they have unique traits different from parents and siblings. Siblings, ang sabi sa siblings, managsuon. Okay. So here are the characteristics of sexual. It involves or we needs two parents, the male and the female. We need two gametes, sperm and egg cells, and offsprings are different from parents and from each other. It's lower when we compare to asexual. Ang asexual paspas, ang sexual hinay. So, but makes the species stronger because of variation. Okay, mas kuan siya, unique siya kalalay magdagway. And it's very common in most animals, especially vertebrates. Okay, like fish, amphibians, reptiles, mammals. Now we have here different types of sexual reproduction. First, we have the oviparous animals. So here, the baby or the offspring develops inside an egg outside the mother's body. Okay, again, a baby or an offspring but develop inside an egg outside the mother's body. Example, bird. Sa mga birds, chicken, ducks. What else? Reptiles, turtles, snakes. What else? Amphibians, frogs. Another fish is salmon, bangus, milkfish rather. So here we have the chicken, the ducks. So ila pang ipagawas daan ang itlog, diha ra ni develop ang egg, I mean ang baby or offspring outside sa mother's body. The turtles and the snake, the frog and the salmon. Okay, next we have the ovoviviparous. Isura ni nga na, oy. So, ovoviviparous animals. So, egg develops inside the mother. So, ganina, balik ka. Ang oviparous outside. Outside. But when we say ovo, ovoviviparous, so ang egg, it develops inside the mother. So, the eggs hatch. When we say hatch, sana na, nibuak or saman, I don't know in Bisaya. Basta, ni-hatch siya inside the parent's body, and the young are born alive. So the babies are nourished by the egg yolk, not directly by the mother. Asa ng egg yolk? Kanang yellow. Example ani is the shark. There are some sharks, like dogfish shark. What else? Rays and reptiles. Reptiles is boa constrictor. Let me show you an example of dogfish shark. Okay, this one is the tiger shark. Okay, tiger shark. What else? This one is the whale shark. And we have the boa constrictor. So, ang ilang anak, ang ilang egg is ma-develop inside the mother's body. So, igawa na sa bata. Igawa sa silang anak. Alive na siya. Dili na siya itlog. Okay? That's ovoviviparous. Next, we have here is the viviparous. So, live birth. So the baby develops inside the mother's body and gets nutrients through a placenta. So ganina, diin ganito nagkuha og nutrients ang baby or ang offspring sa ovoviviparosa egg yolk. Okay. Am I right? That's right. Okay. But here sa viviparos, nagkuha sila og nutrients sa placenta. Kanang sudlanan sa bata. Okay, examples here are the mammals, such as humans. Oh, we are viviparous animals. Cats, dogs, cows, whales, and dolphins. So, of course, igawas na to, sulod, na di mo sulod sa itlog. Igawas na to, buhi na ta, tao na ta. So, we get our nutrients from the placenta. Okay. Tunay ubang mga sa country, no? Kana ko nakita nga video sa Korea. Like, inahan siya, first time mommy. So, iyang gibuhat is, nanganak siya. Ang iyang placenta, iyang pangayoon sa doctor sa hospital. Iyang lutuon. I don't know what's the reason why they cook their placenta and eat. They think maybe daw is nutritious kuno kaayo ang placenta. It helps the baby and the body of the mother. I think so. So ilang kauno lang placenta sulanan sa bata. Can you do that? Okay. Of course, here the cats and the dogs. Okay. And yeah, so here, almost done. Why is reproduction important? Okay, first is what is the survival of species. So without reproduction, species would become extinct, of course, as what I have said earlier. So there is always reproduction. It can be asexual, it can be sexual. So without it, walang puyo sa earth. Okay? Next is the passing of traits or the transfer of traits. So, parents pass on characteristics. Bato sa ganito? Okay, the DNA carries the genes, the carries the traits to offspring. Next is genetic diversity. One is a genetic, lain-lain. Genetic diversity, lain-lain nga gene, lain-lain nga characteristics. So, variation and adaptation. So, sexual reproduction gives differences that help animals survive changing environment. So, imagine, kitang tanang tao, parihata, tanan. Can we survive on Earth? We cannot survive on Earth. Kay kung pareha man gid tanan, for example, ikaw, sa magkaroon ka na since nakay cancer, ikaw kay nakasakit sa dugo. So tanan mong anak, tanan, may sakit sa dugo, mga matay tat sayo. Or ikaw kay sama sensitive kag ilong. So tanang tao sensitive og ilong. 'Di ba? So we cannot survive on the changing environments. But because of sexual reproduction, we can survive. Okay? Another is the population growth. So it ensures balance in nature. Of course, dili pwede nga puro sad bakterya ang nasa earth. Dili pwede nga puro sa food ero ang nasa earth. Dili sa pwede nga puro sa food tao ang nasa earth. So may kauna ninyo. Okay? So that's it. And so for the summary class, again, asexual reproduction, it needs one parent. It's very fast. And offsprings are identically the same, or they call it clones. Examples, amoeba, hydra, planaria, or the flatworms. Another one is the sexual reproduction. It is very slow. It needs two parents. We need gametes, sperm and egg cells. Offspring are unique. Examples, fish, frogs, birds, and mammals. Okay, so that is our discussion. And for our quiz for today, you will use a one whole sheet of paper. You pass it today. Okay, deadline will be this afternoon, 4:30. Okay, but if you are in school today, you need to finish that one, this quiz, within our science class time. So, if mahuman na tong science until 12, so 12, make sure na na sa table ang inyong papel. Okay? But if you are online class today, so you pass it until this afternoon, you use Messenger, take picture. Okay? Again, use one whole sheet of paper. So let's start. I will not read the questions. You just look at here. You can pause the video. Okay, we'll go to the next page. Again, you can pause the video. Next, write true or false if the statement is true, and F if it is false. T and F only. You answer directly, by the way, I forgot. Next, you can pause the video. Next, part C, answer directly also. The next, identification. The next, and last part, you need to write in complete sentences ha, for 16, 17, and 18. Write in complete sentences. Be careful with your grammar. Okay, grammar is one of my kuan. Dapat tanawon ko na if sakto yung grammar. If not, you will be deducted. Again, if you are in online class today, you need to pass it. Deadline will be this afternoon. Take picture using Messenger. But if you are answering this inside the classroom, you pass it before 12. Yeah, before lunchtime. Okay, so that's it. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a good day.